Hi, my name is Deuel, and today we're doing Mandeville Canyon KOM attempt. It's 5 miles at 4%, 1,000 feet of climbing. I'm going to be doing it on my STRAVA P5 disc time trial bike. We've got a 58 tooth single chainring on the front, carbon fiber, and 11 to 30 on the back. So my easiest gear is going to be a 58-30, but hopefully we'll only be needing that in the last 30 seconds or so for the sprint up to the top where it gets really steep.
Once upon a time, and who's got it?
Phil Gaimon's got it. It's around 13 minutes, but I think we can take it a good chunk off of that today.
Phil Gaimon here. This dude, Deuel, moved to my neighborhood, and he's just been racking up all my KOMs. I've recently lost Mandeville Canyon, which has just really bummed me out. He just got here. We're going to watch it together, and he's just going to make me hate my life even more. So come on in, Drake. See what we got here.
Thanks, Phil.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's all right. You were tired anyway, right?
Thank you.
So,
yeah, it's true. That's true. This is. You wanna nip?
I think I'm a little too young for that.
It's just water
okay.
anyway. All right.
All right. Let's
watch this thing.
All right.
Mandeville Canyon.
Starting down Sunset, we started to get the run in. So there's the stats for you.
Yeah,
5
you gotta
miles,
go in
4%.
at speed. You're a STRAVA pro as much as anybody.
Oh yeah, I know all the hacks.
You know how it's done. This is so you got a full TT bike setup.
Yep.
Full dork disc, aero helmet.
Yeah, this is my setup for nationals. So this is about as pro as you're gonna get on STRAVA, I think.
I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that.
Got a 58 tooth in the front.
A 58? That's like
yeah,
a dinner plate.
Yeah, single ring on the front and then 11 to 30 on the back. So
horrible.
You know it's a real climb when you're spinning the 58-11.
I would say Mandeville is definitely a TT bike favored climb. That was one thing in my retirement I was just not interested in doing. I love when you pass cars on uphill. That's how you know you're fast. Yeah, I haven't touched the leaner bars other than the velodrome, which is 4 minutes at a time. But that's definitely
yeah. I mean, you're starting out like 24 miles an hour. I mean, a lot of people have gone fast on this doing like a TTT drafting.
Sure.
But I think if you're going solo, you got to be doing something to go fast on this lower part.
Fair enough.
Because 2% aerodynamics is big right there. 25 miles an hour.
Yeah, I think anything over 20 aerodynamics matters.
Yeah, so I've been working with Jim Manton, honing in that TT position that you can see there. It's going to get a little sketchy through here.
TT positions. Yeah, you're passing.
So we have to go through the stop signs. There's no way to avoid that. But run into a little situation here with this white van, but it's okay. Came away unscathed.
That was good. Like you put kind of a shoulder out. Like you fought for position well.
I mean, riding in LA, I feel like you get a little bit of that positioning skill because I mean, you have to shoulder barge the cars on the PCH sometimes. I mean,
honestly,
you have to do what you have to do.
Honestly, I always felt like I would ride Sunset Boulevard from the coast into Hollywood when I lived over there, and I kind of felt like I would use my pack skills pretty well to pass cars. And I'm not recommending that for noobs, but it was effective.
It's a skill. I mean, when I first moved here, riding the PCH back on the weekend in that beach traffic in the evening, that's terrifying. But now, just lane splitting,
you moved
going
here in
through,
COVID.
No problem. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
worse.
worst. That was the worst that Malibu's ever been. All right, so you just blew another stop sign.
I think that's maybe the last stop sign we're gonna blow, hopefully.
You come to a complete stop at the next 3, right?
Oh,
you put a foot down. To be fair on Mandeville, for anyone who's grumpy at this, those stop signs go nowhere. And if you ride Mandeville, you kind of know that. Like, literally, the cross streets are kind of nothing. So, like, yes, you're breaking the law, but it's not like you're flying through a red light.
Yeah, I've never had any, like, really big safety issues going through this. But. So, at this point, I've got the STRAVA Live segment up, and I'm looking at your time, Phil.
Okay. Oh, and you already put 10 seconds on me.
Not quite. We're going, 6 seconds, something like that. But you were going pretty fast at the bottom, to be fair. So.
Yeah, Mandeville's. So like, I guess we haven't talked about Mandeville yet. This is like the official. Every city has like their segment that people target for some reason, and in LA that's Mandeville, which puts it like high up in the world for just most attempts and most people's attempts, right?
Yeah, it's like an urban climb, so it's really convenient for me. I mean, I'm like 5 minutes from the bottom of Mandeville, my apartment.
If you're like a type A LA business person, you go to Mandeville and you do your intervals.
Yeah, like 5 p.m.,
Yeah.
8 Eastern, come out here.
There's way better climbs in LA, as you know, but like they're harder to get to. You're doing the PCH fight, stuff like that. Here you can go doing like a good hour-and-a-half workout.
Yeah, I'll come rip up Mandy all the time. Like just an easy recovery day coming up.
Yeah.
Or something short, so you don't have to fight the PCH and everything, like you said.
It is perfect for intervals because you can go as hard as you want or as easy as you want. That's kind of hard to find. It's kind of like I'd say Lookout, another KOM you have, right?
Yeah.
That's like have a similar length and gradient. Maybe Lookout a little bit steeper.
Yeah, no, Lookout's steeper, and that's up at elevation.
That's true.
Yeah, this one, luckily, there's almost always a tailwind coming up this climb, from my experience anyway.
Okay.
I don't know.
Not when I had it.
Not when you had it. Yeah, of course, it was a 30 mile an hour
both ways.
headwind.
It was snowing. No, I had it. This was one that the infamous Thorfinn Sasquatch had when I moved to LA, and weirdly, it took me like a few attempts to get it from him. And since then, I think the time has fallen another minute on that. So I took it from him. Sam Boardman took it from me.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then I went and did a video getting it back from Sam, and then that French dude. Did you ever see that guy?
I don't know who that guy is, but
so he was a pursuiter. I'm not sure why he was in town, but he was definitely like a world-class track person. And he had an interesting Frankenbike setup. So it was like a road bike with TT bars and deep wheels, like possibly faster than yours for this kind of. And then like he did it. I think in the Strava post about it, he talked about how he wasn't really trying that hard. And he went to the gym that morning.
Oh yeah, I think
and
I
was
saw
like,
that.
Okay, a lot of weird flexing for obviously you're trying hard because I'm not that bad. And then I went and I think I put like 10 or so, like not a ton of time on him, but I was pretty surprised I could beat it because he was definitely in your position, which is ideal. And I'm a road bike purist at this point.
Yeah, and I mean we're gonna see towards the top that there are some disadvantages to riding a 25 pound
that's gonna
TT
cost
bike.
you on the wall for sure.
Yeah, so if you're not familiar with Mandeville, there's a short, really steep section at the end, but it's going to be this kind of consistent 2-3% for the beginning stretch.
That wall is great. Like if you are doing intervals, it really makes you empty the tank. Like it's hard to kind of push yourself at the end unless there's randomly like a 10% kicker.
Yeah, well, it's really helpful for this as well for pacing because I mean a negative split is usually what you want to aim for anyway, and this is like the perfect climb to negative split. Is you go pretty, not easy, but like just within yourself for the first 10 minutes or so, and then you can just absolutely empty the tank in that last bit, and that's going to be ideal pacing strategy. Is that how you paced it?
I forget. It was it was a lot of bourbon to go. I tried negatives, but at some point, like when you have the fitness, which is where you're at, the live segment is kind of all you need. Once the KOM has been attempted a million times.
Yeah, I can pace myself off of what you were doing, basically.
Right.
But I've also done Mandeville probably 50 times now, so.
Are you bored of it yet?
No, I still see new houses and stuff every time I go up. And it's a really nice neighborhood, beautiful houses.
I can't do Mandeville anymore.
No?
No.
Too many times?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's boring. If I go up there, I'll do the three bitches, I'll go left. But I think it's good as a bike racer to just move every once in a while and get a new landscape. Move
to the valley and
yeah, exactly.
It's beautiful.
I just did that so the dogs wouldn't chew up my apartment. That was really the main thing.
All right, we're about a little over halfway in now.
We just started the video and you're already halfway there.
Yeah.
Jesus.
How do you think about my position, Phil? You think that's aero? Think you could do better?
It looks good. You're keeping your head down. That's the hard part.
Yeah, going uphill is really hard to keep the head down. I'm definitely not doing my best here because you can see that little gap between my chin and my forearms.
Yeah, the fastest TT position is one you don't really want to do on open roads because you can't see.
If you're going fast, you don't need to see.
Until someone pulled out of their driveway.
Yeah, no. definitely the fastest TT position is not safe for the open road.
Yeah, on a closed, at nationals, you'll have your head down, you'll look up every 10 seconds or something and memorize the road, fun stuff like that. Is this going to come out before or after nationals video?
Before, hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
yeah, I'm about a week out.
So make me look good and win nationals, and then I won't be embarrassed for losing all my KOMs to you.
It's a deal.
All right.
Easy nationals, you know.
Yeah, your
just gotta do it.
Nice.
Do it to make up for you.
Yeah, so you were low fours, and now you're.
I averaged 420 for the effort. So
yeah, you did.
So I think I was like 410 for the first like half, and then brought it up to like 415, and then I'll open it up at the top.
Yep.
But my threshold on the TT bike is around like 370, 380. So this is pretty full out for me. Obviously I can do more than that on the road bike, but in this position it's hard to put up the power.
The only guys I knew who could do more power on the TT bike were the ones who like preferred, like Rowan Dennis doesn't like riding his road bike. He would just do 4 hours on his TT. Like it's the opposite for everyone else on the planet. Rowan and Zabriskie.
Yeah, I mean
it's
a hard position to hold for me, for sure, especially like when it's this extreme.
Yeah, see, you're hurting and your shoulders are out.
Yeah.
You got to shrug those more.
Yeah, I've been working on shrugging my shoulders.
That's part of the reason
Part
of the reason I stopped riding TT bikes is I was sick of doing I would do planks with your shoulders squeezing your neck, and at some point I just don't feel like spending my evenings that way anymore. Just 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off. It's brutal.
So look at that, we're 10:08, so I'm about 25 seconds up. I think this is where I maximize my gap on you on the live segment.
Oh yeah, here's the
right
this
around
is kind
here,
of the flat bit.
we're starting to get
starting
to get to that steep section at the end.
It's kind of an interesting experiment of which bike is TT bike faster on a certain gradient. What's the average grade for Mandy? 3 or 4?
4, it's just under 4, I think.
Okay, I would say 4.5 might be the tiebreaker. The old Redlands TT would have it was average uphill and there was a wall at the end, but everybody's on a different setup. It was hilarious. Some guys are okay, TT bike but regular wheels.
Yeah.
At some point I think the most TT setup was the best and just pay for it.
There's been a lot of time trials on the World Tour scene where they're doing bike changes now. So maybe the fastest setup for this would be I don't think that's going to work. But I mean, maybe we get to STRAVA someday where people are doing bike changes for their STRAVA segment. I don't think that's against the rules.
No, the beauty of STRAVA is there's no rules.
Yeah, sure.
It's just, who's going to leave angry comments. Yeah, your position's still good.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You're just a moving ad for Jim Manton right now, which is fair.
How do you like that helmet? I don't have a duck painted on it, but...
Oh, that's the POC one?
Yeah, that's the really silly looking POC one.
Okay, that's the one that in a wind tunnel, it works unless there's any wind from the side. Is that the deal?
Well, we tested it, and it was a lot faster than my other POC helmet. It was 11 watts faster.
Oh, wow.
At 30 miles an hour, and that was in the real world.
There you go.
It depends a lot on your position, but yeah, if you can shrug your shoulders in, get them to fill that gap, it's really a fast helmet.
The first TT helmet they made was for skiing. Essentially, they took that shape, and for the downhill skiers, and that's where POC comes from. And it was almost all the way out to your shoulders, and it didn't apply to bikes where you might have to turn. But the science was there, and then it was funny. That's a bad idea. And
if you have to turn around and look in that helmet,
yeah, exactly.
It's not a good time. You're bashing your shoulder. All right, I'm getting out of the position for the first time.
Oh yeah, this is it.
Smashing watts here.
And now you just got to squeeze it. Oh, this hurts to watch. Oh, and you only have the one ring. You're in the 30 already.
Yeah, yeah. So we're already cross chaining at this point for sure. But I'm still doing 103.
I love cross chaining. I think it's faster. I think everybody's full of shit.
Well, up to a point, it's not necessarily slower, because I mean, big is efficient, right?
Yeah.
So
that's what all the trackies do now.
Yeah. So 177 beats per minute. That's not all. That's not the highest I've seen, but getting up to 180 is about as high as it gets. I should be drinking
more as I lose this.
I've seen 190, but
That's your max?
Yeah, max is that was on an indoor trainer doing a 20-minute all-out test in the heat.
Okay.
So
What about on an erg?
On an erg, we don't use data in rowing. It's too old school.
Okay, it's just
there's just coach just looks at you and just gets a feel. Yeah. All right, we're in the last stretch here out of the saddle. This is the wall that Phil was talking about.
Yeah, this is about as steep as it looks.
And the segment ends right there, that intersection.
Yep.
And I know I've got it, so I'm already celebrating.
Nice. There's champagne somewhere, I hope.
Oh, I wish.
Nice, man. Ugh. 420
Those
watts.
are the averages, yeah.
36 kilometers an hour.
Had to make sure to round up to 420.
Yeah, that's important for LA that you squeeze that out to hit that number.
So if I'm ever riding up Mandeville, I always go to this gate. Like, I think that's where like the climb really ends, is like once you turn around here, but
I agree.
the segment ends back there.
I think you gotta like slap the gate with your hand.
I don't quite do that, but yeah, there
There's
we
a
go.
nice water stop up there. Did they keep that for COVID or did they kill that?
Oh, I've never seen the water
Oh, it's
stop.
right there.
All right, well, Phil, when are you gonna take it back?
I'll get the fuck out of my house. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, by about 20, I think, 20 seconds.